Let's briefly take a closer look at some of the design elements in this Introduction to Early Childhood Education course. I could go on and on about some of the design decisions that were made, but I'd like to highlight one design element for each week of the course. Starting with week 1, where we actually focused primarily on setting the stage for students. So we discussed a lot about where early childhood education had been, where it is now, and where it's headed. Now, to bring all of this together, I wanted to create an experience for students that showed them how all of these concepts fit together in a classroom. So to do that, we created an interactive image. This is what it looks like in week 1. And the student can actually hover over different aspects of the course, and they turn into color for each week of the course as these concepts are introduced. So week 1, with the focus on history and current trends, will evolve each week to eventually look something like this in week 5, where the entire image has been put into color and each concept has been introduced, and it indicates how it impacts the classroom specifically. In week 2, we had a focus on theory exploration and connecting theory to classroom design. To address this, students get to choose an image of a classroom, and then they talk about what theories they see at work in the classroom. Each classroom image has very descriptive text for those with visual impairment. The students then design a classroom of their own that applies 2 of the learning theories that they connected with the most. They can use a couple different options to do this. One of them is a Classroom Architect website, but they could also use PowerPoint. And for students with visual impairment, they can also just describe with an audio file recording their classroom design. In week 3, we gave students an opportunity to check their knowledge, and also they spend a little bit of time connecting theory to approach. So we're slowly building on these concepts and showing the student how they're interconnected. The self-checks allow students to check their own knowledge and see, how they're doing, how they're coming along in the course with what's been learned so far. They might look something like this. A question is posed related to the content, and students get to select an answer. Based on their answer choice, the feedback given will be very specific and direct them toward resources for more information. In week 4, we give students the opportunity to explore organizations that are recognized as leaders in the field. This is really important to bring in that professional relevance. They also get to debate a hot topic, and in this course, the hot topic is play. So students watch a video about play, and then they discuss in a discussion forum why it is important in classrooms. We've asked students to take it a step further and to challenge their classmates by pretending to be someone who does not see the value of play. And then each student responds to the classmate who has challenged them and supports their original claim. This gives students a chance to think critically about this issue of play, to force themselves actually to see it from both sides, despite what their personal opinion may be. And in week 5, there's a focus on reflection and professional relevance. The summative assessment for this course aligns with all of the learning outcomes for the course, and it gives students a chance to demonstrate what they've learned in a professionally relevant way. So to complete this mock internship application, students create a professional website. On that website, they introduce themselves and they discuss their growing philosophy, their practice, and the resources that they will use in the field. All of these things have been built upon throughout the 5 weeks of the course, and students have been prompted throughout to continue to add to their website. We set up in week 1 an opportunity for students to create the website, just get their tabs started, just get the structure started, and then throughout the course continually add content to it. So by the end of the course, they've been able to demonstrate achievement of all of the learning outcomes and to do so in a way that is professionally relevant and will be valuable for them in the future as they seek employment.